Hi, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies and spokesperson for ShopSMART Autos, giving you, the consumer, the best information. So when it's time for you to make an educated buy on a vehicle, you will be better informed. So let's get right to it. But before we do that, it is September 11th of 2020. And we just want to remember those people in the North and South Towers of the World Trade Center in New York, especially the first responders who did assist all of the employees and workers of different organizations who were there. I happened to be there that day working on Broadway between 7th and 9th. So it was a horrific day, but we as Americans got through it. So sometime during today, just take a little prayer for those people who did perish during that time. So we're here to talk about today, because I received an email on it, buying a used car. The DMV blues. Now, we've all heard of the hassles associated with buying or selling a used car and transferring ownership through your individual state's Department of Motor Vehicle, or better known as DMV. The horror stories alone might be one of the biggest reasons why many people trade in their old car for a new one at a dealership. The dealership typically handles all of the paperwork for you, but if you're buying or selling a car privately, then you'll need to deal with your state's DMV. So here's some things to think about, guidelines, if you will, to save yourself some time and the most common headaches. So start at the DMV website. Avoid the long lines or on hold waiting as trying to get an employee together. But on the website, you will find ways of getting some of the basic understandings. Most states have comprehensive websites that provide a step-by-step instruction for common situations. Some even have instructional videos that go with it as well, that are downloadable forms that can help shorten your DMV visit. Look for the section that describes your state's process for selling or buying a used car. Please read all the steps carefully and make notes of all of the documentation you need. Look for DMV alternatives. Here's what I mean. In many states, you may be able to avoid the DMV altogether in transferring the title of a car by going to a third-party source, such as AAA, for the transaction. The DMV website should state whether using a vehicle registration service is allowed, and sometimes will list companies that provide the services. Avoiding the DMV line will cost you. No ands, ifs about it. These companies usually require a fee for membership to handling these services. So please remember these things. Have a clear title. Perhaps the most common problem when selling or buying a used car and transferring ownership is a problem with the title. The title should be signed by the person or people whose names are listed on it, as well as a representative of the lender in the car and has a current auto loan. So please remember that. Complete all the forms correctly. You've heard it before, by crossing the T's, dotting the I's, because many states require various forms in addition to the title when transferring the title of a used car. So by visiting the state's DMV website in advance, you can easily access all the necessary forms, have them ready, and when you're finalizing the car sale of the purchase with the other party, be sure both parties complete the forms correctly and that the information matches. For example, if the title has the seller's name written one way and the form a different variation of the seller's name, there could be trouble getting the car registered. So, like so many aspects of buying a car or selling one, doing thorough research in advance can save a lot of time, which equates to a lot of headaches. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategy and spokesperson for ShopSMART Autos. As always, in parting on this Friday, September 11th of 2020, as we remember September 11th of 2001. As always, in parting, you go out and you make it a champion.